Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I'm an agnostic noob, and it is time for Disc 3. Disc 3 is pretty much where the story really starts kicking into high gear, and character development for specific parties, Squall namely, really starts rolling in earnest. Most of the most key plot point elements are going to happen on this disc, as well as some explanations of a few things. Some of these explanations will make sense, and others will leave us scratching our heads. We will also complete our collection of Guardian Forces in this disc, and power up for the final battle, which will be on disc 4, among other things. When we last left off, the fate of Rinoa was kind of in question. Squall was kind of out of it. Let's face it, Squall's usually out of it. Well, Squall, we were hoping you could tell us. Now, Rinoa. Foremost on everybody's mind. That's a good question. What happened to Rinoa? Well, currently she's in the infirmary. That would be Quistis over the loudspeaker. Head to Dea's house at once. Yeah, she's got some explaining to do. Specifically, how the hell she's still alive. We sliced her up with a gunblade. Oh well. So at this point we have control. I did want to attempt to talk to Rinoa. Can't talk to Rinoa. She's doing the Sleeping Beauty thing. And we all know Squall isn't going to try and wake her up with a kiss. So. Let's go to the bridge and see if we can figure out what's happening here. With a little visit to Adea's house. If you recall, we were on our way to visit said house when we ran into Galbadia Garden and things went topsy-turvy on us. Got in a whole bunch of fights. Rinoa dangled from the side of a building for an hour. Fought Cerberus. Gained Cerberus' services. Fought Cypher again. Fought the Sorceress again. And won again. And got knocked out again. End of Disc 2 was really very similar to the end of Disc 1, if we're being honest. What's your take on this zoo? Oh, well, our next destination is going to be Adea's house. I suppose we are. Roger, Roger. I really need to stop making that joke. Okay, let's bring Selphie along. And we'll bring Quistis. Yes. Not that we'll need a whole lot of Guardian Force power for what we're about to do. There it is. Get a little closer here, and then we'll set down the garden and head on in. This looks like a Rather run down old shack more than a house. Hey, Zell Irving beat us here somehow. Why are you nervous? We fought her. We have her number. There's no reason to be nervous. There are many unanswered questions. Look at this place. Why, it's Headmaster Sid! Nice of him to show up out of nowhere. We're gonna go down here. Headmaster's been keeping us waiting for a long time. It's our turn to keep him waiting. Ah, Kiraga draw point. Unfortunately, we've already got a full complement, so no need to use that. Alright, Headmaster. Oh, hey. Wait. Sorry, Headmaster. This magazine is much more important than anything you have to say to us. Yeah, thank you for doing absolutely nothing. Why is he laughing? Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Stop laughing at us. Yeah, we are angry. He's asking us to forgive Adea. Let us remind Sid that Adea put an ice spike through Squall's chest, killed the president of Galbadia, terrorized an entire countryside, you know? I mean, she's got an awful lot to answer for here. Awful lot to answer for. And she's still wearing that ridiculous outfit. Granted, we only came to this knowledge, like, you know, right before the penultimate battle, but, you know. Oh, no, we totally can back out of a battle. I mean, we've done it. This is true. We were magnificent. We were. Of course it's not. It's never over. Until it's over. You may... Okay. Selfie, what are you thinking? Selfie's not thinking at all. Nobody's thinking. What's your take on this? Possessed. Possessed? She was possessed? Sorceress Ultimecia. So here, at the beginning of Disc 3, is where we finally hear about the main antagonist. Completely out of nowhere. And her objective is to find Alone. Everybody's bloody objective is to find Alone. Seems like we spend half the game either looking for her or hearing about people looking for her. Alone's mysterious power. We all know Alone very well. So, this was her plan. So, I can't let her get a hold of Alone, so my best choice is to surrender my soul to her. Moving on. We do. Put an ice spike through Squall's chest. What do you think, Selfie? Nobody's. You have to talk to Adea multiple times here, basically. Oh my gosh. Well, won't that be lovely? We already beat you soundly, so... I guess the obvious solution would just be to kill you now, but, nah, we're good, guys. We can't do that. We can't do that. Squistus, nobody's... Again, talking to her several times. We can't just have one lengthy conversation here. We all heard of Sorcerer Sidel before. Okay, and interestingly, this is one of the first times we actually hear about Sorcerer Sidel. Remember this point. Remember this. I received the powers of the previous sorceress at the age of 5. In order to use the body of Sorcerer Sidel. Okay, makes sense. This sorceress wasn't getting it done, so yeah, okay, well, I'll go find a different sorceress who's more powerful. Once again, have control. Ugh. That does sound really bad. Okay. So now we can actually talk to, well, Headmaster Sid. I've already listened to her. Yes, she is the girl in light blue. She's very good at rock climbing. Well, not really rock climbing, but rock hanging. Well, she walked like a zombie, kissed Cypher, and then collapsed. Sid Kramer, everybody. Did Renoa die? He just asked Adea, what's wrong with Renoa? If she died, it would be pretty obvious, don't you think? Okay, now Squall angrily denies that Renoa has died. Now we're gonna have to beat some sense into Sid, though. I think yeah. Oh, you're one to talk. You are one to talk, my friend. You're in a position of leadership. What did you do? You handed the reins to a 17-year-old kid who has never held such a position before, and then you scurried off to the lighthouse here to hide your head under a freaking pillow while the big battle unfolded. You are not one to be passing judgment on this kid. I'm sorry. Squall's got problems, but you... Ugh. Oh, Sid makes me crazy. Everyone did fight. This is true. Now, except for you, of course. Once again, pot meet kettle, buddy. We're gonna punch a rock there. Yeah, that's always a good plan. So it's at this point that we are noticing a very startling shift in Squall's thinking. Keep in mind, Squall has been a very cold fish this entire game. One's mysterious power is to send one's consciousness back into the past. Squall isn't paying attention here. He's thinking about Renoa. Very, very just sudden shift in Squall's overall characterization at the start of this disc. And it's going to pretty much dictate his entire development through the rest of the game. So, kind of interesting how that works out. For what end? Time compression. Past, present, and future get compressed. Notice, Squall's not paying attention to this. He's very focused on Renoa right now. Yeah, time compressed world does sound kind of unpleasant. Anyway, we need to get Squall back to reality here. Of course he isn't listening. Does he ever listen to you? He never listens to you. And he didn't need to. He hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, you were so worried about her, you left her dangling on the side of a building and made Squall go to save her. I have problems with Irving as a character. And Sid, to be honest. Okay, we're back on the bridge. They've mercifully skipped the explanation to the rest of Garden about everything, so there we go. First we gotta find a loan, and then we need to deal with Ultimisia, who's in the future. How we do that? Who knows? Okay, so our next task in the story is to locate the White Seed ship. You'll remember that we surrendered a loan to them in a previous encounter. Yeah, we're not really going to leave her alone. For reasons. But Renoa is in fact in the infirmary. Let's go visit her. Yeah, he's hiding at the lighthouse. Doling out advice on how to be a leader while simultaneously failing at being a leader. story in this game becomes simultaneously interesting and very, very frustrating in this disc. It's a lot of really important things happen, and a lot of really confusing things happen too. And 90% of it centers around Ultimecia and the time compression thing. We're going to hear a lot about the time compression going forward, and it'll be fun. First, we'll visit Mr. Noah here. Yep, her temperature's still a little bit low. You're not a doctor. And now she's Snow White. Oh, Squall. You're getting a first-hand idea of what it was like to talk to you through the first 2 discs. She's not going to be doing that. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, we seem to have something about to occur involving Laguna and Kyros. Aren't we excited? Next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII, the continuing adventures of Laguna Loire. Because that's clearly more important than what's happening in the present. Oh my gosh. I told you it was going to get confusing, folks. I'm an Agnostic Noob. Thank you for watching. Join me for the next episode where we determine what the heck is going on here. Good night.